Well, it is officially 2026, but today I'm going to do a 2025 update on my CD collection. I've added some new titles. Haven't gotten rid of any, so some CDs from the last video I did you will see in this video. So first up we have the 2-disc Carmen, Heart of a Champion. There's disc 1 with the first 15 songs, disc 2 with the last 15 songs. Then we have Carmen, Mission 316. The Heart of a Champion collection I got from eBay. I think I paid like $5-6 for it. Mission 316 was gifted to me by a family member, so. And I'm just saying a family member because I don't know if they want to be mentioned in this video, so. Carmen, Best of Collection, Volume 3. Again, a gift from my grandmother. Turn the page. Carmen, Addicted to Jesus, probably my favorite Carmen album. I actually bought that one off eBay. I think I paid right around $6. But this is my favorite album because it has Our Turn Now featuring Petra. Satan Bite the Dust is a good one. And then, of course, Addicted to Jesus featuring DC Talk. That's another good one. TobyMac. It's one of his remix albums. I don't even know how you say that, so I'm just gonna let you all read it, pronounce it, whatever. The Best of Praise and Worship, Revive Us. This has got different artists on there. There's a couple that you can see. TobyMac, Heaven on My Mind. This is his latest album. Really good album. Hold on. Goodwill Pickup, gift from a family member, and then Walmart Pickup. This is the only CD I've actually picked up with Walmart, because Walmart, well, let me say this is the only one I've actually picked up in a Walmart store. Walmart does not carry a big selection of Christian CDs, so, but, yeah, TobyMac. And there is his Eye on It album. This was a Goodwill pickup. That is a good album. It has some more of his popular songs. POD, The Fundamental Elements of Southtown. That was a yard sale find. I'm actually contemplating on getting rid of this one because I actually found out that POD uses a certain 4-letter F word in their songs. I didn't know that until now, so I'm contemplating on getting rid of that one. DC Talk, and of course this is their iconic Jesus Freak album. This was a Goodwill pickup. 1,000 Foot Crutch, the best of the 20th Century Masters. Hold on, let me get comfortable. This has some of my favorite songs, Rock Fist and Welcome to the Masquerade. This was an eBay purchase. Yeah, eBay. What is that one? Francesca Battistelli, I think it is, if we're honest. This one I've had for a while and I didn't even know it. So it's in there. Stephen Curtis Chapman is Joy Christmas album. I gotta get comfortable. My shoulder's hurting a little bit. Mercy Me, Welcome to the New. eBay pickup. Mercy Me, the Christmas Sessions. Goodwill find. Passion of the Christ, original songs inspired by the film. That was a Goodwill pickup. Jars of Clay, If I Left the Zoo, Goodwill pickup. Michael W. Smith, Live the Life. That was a yard sale find. And then we have Michael W. Smith's Christmas album. That was a Goodwill find. Amy Grant, House of Love. That was a Goodwill find. Amy Grant, Heart in Motion, eBay pickup. Amy Grant, Home for Christmas. That was a Goodwill find. Amy Grant, The Christmas Collection. That was a Goodwill find. Rich Mullins. For those of you that really, I don't know what you would call it. Rich Mullins does some really good praise and worship music. This is his songs album. It's got songs like Screen Door, Awesome God, and Sing Your Praise to the Lord. That's a good album. That was an eBay pickup. Lee Greenwood, God Bless the USA. Actually, I need to slide that one back in the sleeve a little bit. Goodwill. Third Day, Christmas Offerings. That was a Goodwill find. I'm actually really starting to get into Third Day. I really like their music. It's really, really good. And not just Third Day, but Mac Powell, the lead singer for Third Day, has some really good solo songs as well. I actually have one of his solo albums. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. This is the music from the movie. And oh my gosh, does Lord of the Rings have some great music scores. Turn the page. Oh, hold on. Ooh, now we're getting to the good stuff, in my opinion. We have Family Force 5, Time Stands Still. Oh, wait, hold on. Lord of the Rings was a Goodwill find. I keep forgetting to mention where I find this stuff. Family Force 5, Time Stands Still. That was eBay. Ooh, now we're getting to the good stuff. Stryper. 7, The Best of Stryper. And no, this CD does not have 7 songs. It actually has 18. So, yes, awesome Stryper album. I know it's a best of album, but that was a really good one. And then for you classic comedy fans, we have Abbott and Costello Volume 2. This is not music. This is just some of their radio shows. That was a Goodwill find. And then the Stryper. I actually picked that one up at a record store in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. If you all remember my Rise Up Con Hall video, I think I showed it off in that video. And then this was my local record store, Cheap Thrills Records. Stryper, their iconic To Hell with the Devil album. And this is a good album too. It's got 4 of their most popular songs, To Hell with the Devil, Calling on You, Free, and Honestly. And then one I like that was not on the best of is More Than a Man. That is a really good song. But yes, this was a local record store find at Cheap Thrills Records, Princeton, West Virginia. They are also located in Bristol, Virginia. So, yeah. Yard sale find, Red, The End of Silence. That is a cool album. It has probably their best song, Breathe Into Me. Newsboys, Born Again. Okay, Red was a yard sale find. I keep forgetting to do that. Newsboys, Born Again. This was an eBay pickup. I actually did a video on this. I got like 3 Newsboys CDs for like $12, and I was super happy paying that. I love the Newsboys. That is the standard edition, not the deluxe. Another eBay pickup. We have Red Release the Panic, and this is the deluxe edition. This is probably my favorite Red album. My favorite song is Breathe Into Me, which is on End of Silence, but my favorite album is probably Release the Panic. That is such a cool album. Newsboys, the iconic God's Not Dead album. Um, Probably their most popular song. As far as Michael Tate with the lead singer, God's Not Dead is probably their most popular, but with Peter Furler, I would have to say the most popular song with them is Shine. So let's go to the next page. Again, eBay pickup, God's Not Dead. More Steven Curtis Chapman coming up. We have The Great Adventure, which was a eBay pickup, and of course it has his iconic song, The Great Adventure. I love that song. That's such a classic. eBay, that's right. This one was given to me, but it did come from Cheap Thrills Records as well. We have Steven Curtis Chapman, Signs of Life. This is a good album as well. This was an eBay pickup. Steven Curtis Chapman, The Music of Christmas. The Music of Christmas, the song that he does is really good. And of course, at Christmas, I played these Christmas albums, and I also listened to just regular Christian music. I don't know, but that's just what I did. Then we have his Speechless album. This was a Goodwill find. And next up, we have Petra. I don't know that's a Skillet album right there. But we have Petra, the 50 years anniversary collection. This is kind of like their best of, with 50 different songs. They've had 2 different lead singers. The first one was a gentleman named Greg Voles, I think is how you say it. And then the second lead singer, and in my opinion, the best lead singer for Petra, is John Schlitt. I've actually met John at Rise Up Con, if you guys remember that video. Really nice guy. I was happy to have met him. He was very, very friendly. I would love to meet him again if I have the opportunity. Disc 1 is pretty much all Greg Voles songs, which I like what Greg did with Petra. I just think John did it better. That's just my personal opinion. Disc 2 is a mix of Greg and John, from like the end of Greg to the beginning of John. And then disc 3 is all John Schlitt. Now, pretty much all 3 discs, I guess, make up the entire album. This is a great album from great songs from both lead singers. With Greg, you have It Is Finished, God Gave Rock and Roll to You. John Schlitt has This Means War, Jekyll and Hyde, Lord, I Lift Your Name on High, which I know is not an original Petra song, but I really like their version of it. That was an eBay / Girder Records pickup, and you can actually see the Girder Records logo on the discs. Another eBay pickup, we have Skillet's Comatose record, CD. I guess it's kind of a record, but in CD form. Anyway, Comatose. Probably my favorite song from that one is Whispers in the Dark. That was a really awesome song. Comatose. That was an eBay find. Then we have pretty much every Skillet album I got from eBay except for Dominion, and Revolution. So we have Skillet's Awake album, probably their best album because it has Hero, Monster, and Awaken Alive. That is a really cool album. Rise, another eBay pickup. Uh, Sick of It, Rise, of course. Not Gonna Die. Those are excellent songs. And then my favorite, which is kind of I don't know if it's an underrated Skillet song, but I really like Circus for a Psycho. That one's a fun song. Another eBay pickup, Skillet's Unleashed. I have four favorite songs from this album. We have Feel Invincible, Out of Hell, Burn It Down, and The Resistance. Another eBay, Skillet's Victorious album. What's on this one? Victorious, Legendary, and Finish Line. Those are some awesome songs. This one I got from the record store in Gatlinburg. Skillet's Dominion album. This is actually the Day of Destiny Deluxe Edition. And the reason I wanted to get the Deluxe Edition is because it has Psycho in My Head, which is a really good song. And then this one I picked up from Cheap Thrills Records. Their newest Revolution album. This is a good album. It has like Ash in the Wind, Unpopular, Showtime. Really good songs there. Going back to Newsboys, this was an eBay pickup. We have their Devotion Worship album. This is a good, I guess, praise and worship album. I just love the Newsboys. So I don't think I was planning on picking this one up, but I'm happy to have it. It's a really good album. But it was in the lot with Born Again and God's Not Dead. But still happy to have it in the collection. It's just, I guess for me, it wasn't an intentional purchase. But it's a great album. Very happy to have it in the collection. And then here is the greatest hits. Oh, wait, I done said that. Greatest hits. This is an eBay pickup. This is all Peter Furler. Newsboys. It's got awesome songs. Shine, In the Belly of the Whale, which they did for VeggieTales. Wherever We Go, He Reigns. Million Pieces. There's a bunch of really good songs on here. Entertaining Angels. It Is You. Just if you guys want a really, really good Newsboys album, you gotta get the greatest hits. It has some really awesome Newsboys songs. Probably my favorite. I know this is a kind of like a best of compilation album, but still, it is really, really awesome. Somewhat Newsboys. We have the Peter Furler Band. Peter is my preferred lead singer for Newsboys. I do like Michael Tate, and yes, I'm aware of what's going on with him, but I will admit he does have a good voice for Newsboys. If you guys remember, this is the Sun and Shield album. This was actually sent from Peter Furler himself. I emailed him. So I actually found out on Facebook, some people, if you politely ask them by email, they will send you autographs just by sending an email. This is one I was lucky to get by sending Mr. Furler an email, and he sent a signed CD, which I'm very happy to have. I love Peter Furler. I think he is a great Christian singer, both solo and for Newsboys. So, yes, very happy to have that one. This one is labeled as Kirk Franklin. It's actually not Kirk Franklin, but it is the Shake Loose song. This one was gifted to me, and as you can tell, it is a CD-R disc. Great song, but yeah, you can tell. Next up, Mercy Me, Almost There. This has the iconic I Can Only Imagine. This was a Cheap Thrills Records pickup. And then for you Trans-Siberian Orchestra fans, we have, what is this one called? Oh, Christmas Eve and Other Stories. This was a Cheap Thrills pickup. Uh, who doesn't love Trans-Siberian Orchestra at Christmas? They are awesome. Next we have some Third Day coming up. This says bonus CD, so it came with the Third Day chronology. I hope I'm saying that right. Volume 1, which is a CD DVD combo. It did come with this Wherever You Are bonus CD, which has those 3 songs right there. And then there's the CD for the, however you want to say that. I hope I'm saying it right. And then here is the DVD. That was a Cheap Thrills Records pickup the Third Day. Next is an eBay pickup, Newsboys Restart. That's a fun album, as We Believe, as well as a bunch of other good songs. I just can't remember the names, unfortunately. This page here is all Disciple. I actually picked this up from their merch table at their concert in Bluefield, Virginia. I actually got to meet them too, and they signed one of my CD cases. We have Skeleton Psalms Deluxe Edition, Vultures, which is a mini album, By God, Girder Records. I guess that's a re-release. And then Best of 2005 to 2013. So all 4 of these I actually got from their merch table at a concert. Disciple's a really good Christian rock band. I highly recommend them. Nice guys too. When I met them, they were really nice guys. Next up we have God's Property, and I guess you could say Kirk Franklin. This was a Goodwill find. It does have my favorite Kirk Franklin song, which is Stomp. That's a good album. That was a Goodwill pickup. eBay pickup, Newsboys, Step Up to the Microphone. That album, it does have good songs. Entertaining Angels is on that one, but it's not their best album. I mean, is it a good album? Yes, but is it their best album? No. I'm sorry, but anyway, moving on. This was another autograph email success. Mac Powell, I Love Jesus. This is a good album. Uh, like I said, Mac Powell, Third Day. They got some good stuff. So, highly recommend Third Day. I actually have a Third Day CD on the way. We'll probably open that up when it gets here. Newsboys Adoration, the Worship album. This is probably one of my favorite albums. It's got He Reigns as well as a bunch of other awesome worship songs. This was an eBay pickup for me. This is a good album. I love Adoration. Next we have Newsboys Go. Other than the greatest hits, Go is probably my favorite album. It has Wherever We Go and Something Beautiful, as well as other awesome songs. We have Go. Actually, I'm going to go down instead of right this time. Christmas, a Newsboys Holiday. This was a Amazon second-hand pickup. It only has 5 songs on it, but it's still worth listening to. And then another CD-R. So I actually bought the music files for these off of Amazon Music. So, yeah. This is Torrin Wells, the Take It All Back. This is the version with Skillet and Davies. I hope I'm saying that right. But This is my preferred version of that song, and it has not been released on physical disc, so I put it on physical disc. How about that? Another one that didn't make it to physical disc was Skillet, their version of O Come, O Come Emmanuel. Yeah, I had to do it. I really like their version of O Come, O Come Emmanuel. Stryper, the greatest gift of all. This was a gift from my grandmother for Christmas. I believe she ordered it directly from Stryper, but yes, greatest gift of all. That's an awesome Christmas album, Stryper. What is this one? Amy Grant, The Collection. This is a recent pickup. It's got some pretty good songs on there. Jeremy Camp, The Story's Not Over. This was actually a Goodwill find. I actually found it brand new in the plastic. The factory plastic. I like Jeremy Camp. He's got some good songs. You might know him for I Still Believe or Walk by Faith. Oh, this one I got from Spookables, the Amy Grant. That one come from Spookables. Shout out to Jason, Bluefield, West Virginia. Now another one come from Spookables. We have Amy Grant, Behind the Eyes. Yeah, Behind the Eyes. Decent album with Amy Grant. Yes, we are now on the last page, and these ones came in on New Year's Eve, and I was gonna unbox them on the channel, but ended up not. So we have a 2-disc edition, Thousand Foot Crutch. The End Is Where We Begin, which includes both the Reignited edition and the Standard edition. I actually kind of prefer the Standard edition. The Reignited one was cool. The That one they sing I Get Wicked with Red. That was pretty cool. But I guess where I'm used to hearing the Standard edition, I've listened to it before on Pandora and stuff. I just prefer the Standard. That's just me. Two more. Newsboys United. This one you get the best of both worlds from Peter Furler and Michael Tate. Awesome album. Awesome album. And then lastly we have Newsboys Worldwide Revival. This only has 8 songs on it. I know the deluxe edition has more. This is the standard edition, or as they call it, part 1. This is the last album with Michael Tate, but the first album with the new lead singer, Adam Agee, from Stellar Cart. This is a good album. It has In God We Trust, which is a good song. He Lives is a good one. But yeah, and I still got a bunch of pages in here in this ginormous binder that I could fill. I have 5 more CDs on the way from Third Day and Newsboys, all coming from eBay. These ones came from Walmart, and I ordered them off their website, so very happy to have those. I don't remember if I said where. Yeah. Okay. So we are almost 30 minutes into this. That might be pushing it, but I'm going to upload it anyway. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I'm at 135 subs, so I'm kind of hoping we can get to 150, maybe 200. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, help me out by giving me a thumbs up and a sub. Again, you don't have to, but I would really appreciate it if you did. That is it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Take care. Hopefully we'll be doing some more CD unboxings in the next few days. But yeah, take care. Hopefully you had a good start to 2026. And I hope it continues to go well for everybody.